Discover the best PCB assembly services in the USA, now. In this video, we are going to explore the best PCB assembly services in the USA and discuss the factors you should consider when choosing the right PCB assembly services for your project. Introduction to PCB assembly. Printed circuit board, PCB, assembly is the process of creating a PCB from a set of components. This includes the fabrication of the board, soldering of components, and testing of the board. The process is complex and requires precision and expertise. It is important to find the right provider for your PCB assembly needs. Benefits of PCB assembly. There are many benefits to having your PCBs assembled by a professional PCB assembly services provider. First and foremost, it ensures that your PCBs are assembled correctly and efficiently. A professional provider will have experience in the process and will be able to assemble the boards quickly and accurately. PCB assembly services also provide a cost-effective solution for your assembly needs. By outsourcing the assembly process, you can save time and money. This can be especially beneficial for small businesses or startups that have limited resources. Factors to consider when choosing PCB assembly services. When choosing a PCB assembly services provider, there are several factors to consider. First and foremost, you should consider the type of services they offer. As mentioned earlier, there are different types of services available, from surface mount to through-hole assembly. It is important to understand the different services and choose the one that best suits your needs. A look at the leading PCB assembly services in the USA. Now that we've discussed the factors to consider when choosing PCB assembly services, let's take a look at some of the leading providers in the USA. One of the top providers is San Francisco Circuits. This provider offers a wide range of services, from PCB fabrication to assembly. They have a team of experienced professionals and use the latest technologies to ensure the highest quality products. Another top provider is Advanced Assembly. This provider offers a complete range of services, from design and fabrication to assembly and testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment and have a team of experienced engineers. Finally, Sierra Assembly Technologies is another leading provider. They specialize in high-speed, high-precision assembly services and use advanced automation technologies. They also have a team of experienced professionals who can ensure the highest quality product. PCB assembly services comparison. When comparing PCB assembly services, it is important to consider the type of services they offer. As mentioned earlier, some providers specialize in a specific type of service while others offer a full range of services. Additionally, it is important to consider the experience and reputation of the provider, as well as the cost of the services. Tips for choosing the right PCB assembly services. When choosing the right PCB assembly services for your project, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, it is important to determine the type of services you need. Do you need a full range of services or just one or two specific services? Once you have determined the type of services you need, you can begin to compare providers. Second, it is important to consider the experience and reputation of the provider. Look for reviews and testimonials from previous customers to get an idea of the quality of their services. Finally, it is important to compare prices and find the best deal. Different providers will charge different rates, so it is important to compare prices and find the best deal for your project. What to look for in a PCB assembly services provider. When looking for a PCB assembly services provider, there are a few things to look for. First, you should make sure the provider has experience in the type of services you require. Additionally, you should make sure the provider has a good reputation and a proven track record. Pricing and cost considerations for PCB assembly services. When looking for PCB assembly services, it is important to consider the costs involved. Different providers will charge different rates, so it is important to compare prices and find the best deal. Additionally, it is important to factor in any additional costs associated with the assembly process, such as shipping and handling. Conclusion. If you're looking for the best PCB assembly services in the USA, look no further than San Francisco Circuits, Advanced Assembly, and Sierra Assembly Technologies. With their experience and expertise, you can be sure that your PCBs will be assembled correctly and efficiently. For the best PCB assembly services in the USA, choose San Francisco Circuits, Advanced Assembly, or Sierra Assembly Technologies. Visit our website, WinNow PCBA.